understand chargeback, showback.
The mics were working because I just got a notification. No one can actually hear us. So you guys are seeing that. See, one of these things about going live. We're going to double check. The mics are on. I hear you. Thank you for the person who reached out to let me know that the mics weren't working. We'll take this from the top. Well, welcome. Slight delay, technical difficulties.
We've just been waving our hands in the air.
I'll own this one. Welcome. We're here live at KubeCon, and I'm back with Alex from Kubecost. A lot of Kube in there, right there. So, Alex, we've done this a couple times, and literally this take is the second take live. But what does Kubecost do, and how does it solve problems for people in the ecosystem?
Sure. So we provide cost management and visibility for teams building on Kubernetes. What we hear all the time is that teams see a top-level view of their Kubernetes charges or consumption from a cloud provider, but they're challenged to understand how much a particular team, environment, or cluster, for example, is costing them. So first and foremost, we provide them that visibility. And then second, we help teams optimize those charges, make sure that they're using their Kubernetes efficiently.
So basically helping like that chargeback model, like where, it's like, hey, how much usage do you actually have? And like we know who like the bad players are.
Yeah, I think it's our goal is to give engineering teams the responsibility and the ownership of their Kubernetes environment. So let's say, for example, you and I are working at the same company. We get a bill that just represents both of our costs. How do we know how much you're using versus I'm using? Today that's difficult, but installing Kubecost, we'd be able to split that up very fairly and quickly.
Okay. Now, we had a big announcement, Harvester 1.1 dropped yesterday. I haven't got a chance to play with it. What big announcements does Kubecost have going on this year?
Yeah, so since we've last been here, we launched a CNCF sandbox project. It's called Kubecost. We also announced Kubecost is available for free on an unlimited number of clusters, whereas before we had it gated to one cluster. And lastly, our SaaS product is in beta, so you can get started using Kubecost in a hosted deployment rather than having to manage it yourself, which is super exciting.
So kind of like a SaaS offering for Kubecost.
Exactly.
That people can just kind of like, I don't want you to worry about it. So not paying for Kubecost, running on Kubecost. Like, no, that's interesting.
So it's like today, a lot of customers will manage Kubecost themselves for whether it's security reasons, data governance reasons, or because they just want to manage it themselves. Now we have that optionality for users where we can manage it. You don't have to, patch, run the underlying infrastructure, etc.
That's interesting because, I came from the consulting world building applications. As a consultant, we would build applications and we would turn them over to customers. That gives customers the ability to kind of get a snapshot of what that pricing would look like prior to assuming over the app. That's an interesting concept I just thought of.
Yeah, we want to make sure that customers can use Kubecost in any way that works for them, whether it's us managing it or the customer managing it.
Well, sorry for the technical difficulties. Alex, enjoy the rest of your time at KubeCon, and we'll see you probably next year.
Thank you, Robert. Appreciate it.
All right.